Come on up in here, y'all. Just come on up in here. I'm gonna play some. I guess I'm gonna play. I'm listening at them, y'all. It's been a wild day with them.
Listen, the feminine aspect.
But I'm gonna play my song.
Effectively calcified within her body. So we trying to decalcify her feminine aspect. Those are there too. She halfway calcified, but I ain't trying to. But it's really bronze, man. This shit, you know what I'm saying?
I gotta come on, y'all. I gotta do something. I know it.
They keep them little sticks on.
Shout out to the mama chief. Yeah, you be quiet when Big Mama speak. What she gave us is a part of me. It flows through my arteries. Even on that journey, that love grows how the garden be. The first to teach us when we sick, the first to heal us. Mama's boy, yeah, you know, her pride and joy. Soul food, yeah, you know, I'm an enjoy. Calm you down just by the sound of her voice. There isn't another feeling inside. When they cheering you on at your game and you feeling the pride. You and your siblings fighting, she gon' make you put them feelings aside. She can't lead you down the road, but she can give you the guide. Where you think I get that blissful look in my eyes? I need a side of ice cream with them miles apple pie. You know for sure for Mama Chief, you know I'ma ride. Cause we all need our Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all love our Mama Chiefs. The greatness, the patience, the foundation, the knowledge passed down so many generations, our motivation. I just want to thank you for my creation, cause we all love our Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all need our Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all ride for Mama Chief. The dedication, I seen your tears at my graduation. Now look, my your boy that made it. You the reason I'm one of the greatest. Yeah, cause we all need our Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all love our Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all ride for Mama Chief. Now be quiet, let Big Mama.
Police ain't never gonna know. Niggas ain't never gonna know.
That world premiere.
Know that I know and they never gonna know. You never gonna know.
Come on up in here, y'all.
Niggas ain't
I didn't share it out. I
know
everybody all over the internet. I'm just gonna wait in here for a minute. See if anybody come in. If y'all come in, if y'all gone, I'm gonna wait 10 minutes.
I ain't never gonna know.
No, I'm gonna do what I'm doing probably.
Just know that I know. Just know that I know.
I just follow the code. I'm full of this thing. Ain't never gonna know. The SUV limo tennis. Escalade. We don't run the same way. Come on, what they got? Same thing.
Hey, y'all, I had to break away from the madness.
Hey, Ty.
I had to break myself away from the madness.
I've been dealing with accepting, they ain't gonna respect it. I've been motivated, folks, my energy was getting tested. Hey, you tatted on my arm, put it on the necklace. I'ma get it how I want for what you suggested.
Hey, continuation to the one that's in the chat. Two of y'all look like somebody in the bushes. How y'all doing?
The niggas trying to send a message, we ain't gonna receive it. And it's all up for the shit, we can't forget.
Great continuation.
Hold on. Police ain't never gonna know. Niggas ain't
y'all asses out of here too.
Just know that I know.
Y'all.
Know that I know and they never gonna know. You never gonna know. You never gonna know. You never gonna know. And bitches ain't never gonna know. Just know that I know.
I know Cat from California, so we gonna play his music.
You ain't never gonna know. Niggas ain't never gonna know. Niggas ain't never gonna know. Bitches ain't never gonna know. But you know that I know. You know that I know. Just know that I know.
Yellow tape.
Just in the devil's face. Vision to elevate. Try not to separate. Lost we can't erase. Wins we gon' celebrate. Yeah. Started 2008, and I promise my niggas I take this shit all the way. Never complain, I take all the hate. Turn, I'm just asking for all your faith. Follow my lead and you started late. So don't turn on me now if you not a snake. We went to war and I caught a case. That nigga lived through it all the way. Up in the county, have a couple fights a day. I'm on my bunk trying to map a dirty day. You underestimated. 7 digits later, see how I levitated. You see how I play. Know that I know, but you see how I never said it. You wasn't never there. We the ones took all the risks and was never scared. We took it everywhere. Put the hood in my vein and my name just to make it clear. Y'all niggas is Hollywood. You get zero respect and said you was not a peer. If the killers round table probably taking all your name, we know that you
Press 1, and I'm not here. Press 1.
Y'all see the title. Latinos, Haitians, Jamaicans, Africans, Pan-Africans, and African Africorps. And I'm gonna say FBA.
Not our
I'm gonna add FBA in here because they gotta be added in here too.
White supremacy need.
They is not original people.
Man, if they take them
back,
back,
to the
man,
three that's
who
in
gonna
the
pick
chat,
the strawberries?
I had to break away from the madness, y'all. Cover. I hadn't broke away. I still wouldn't have came and did this. So this needs to be on record, y'all. Y'all know what I'm doing.
God damn it!
I'm putting stuff on record.
Who gonna mow my lawn, man? This niggas don't turn into white supremacists. Where's one? Who I'm gonna get my tomatoes and oranges from? Nigga, you don't even get them from the downtown location, bro. The whole downtown is closed. Why? Because they was all illegal. They need to be shut down. I've been saying this shit for years. Plus one, and God said, I hear your plea.
Everybody worry about who is who. They ought to know who is who, right?
Everybody, Asian and Mexicans, all nigga, this is like a little war here, man.
9 p.m.
This shit crazy, water.
9 p.m. ain't got
Y'all don't live in California. Traffic is crazy. Ain't no more housekeepers getting all work. So all the black women, all y'all little thoughts and shit, y'all can hang it up. God has freed up some space in the work market.
Go get a damn job.
And y'all to start your companies, your cleaning companies. And it's going to teach you how to be a wife to your future husband.
That's business right there. You took them out the way so y'all can go and get in space and in place where you're supposed to be.
Over. You're going to have to
say
learn
you're a citizen, you're supposed to be working.
We should talk to the Latinos on video conference so they can get paid
in your
for
company,
teaching us how to clean homes. Because I've got a vision in my brain. How we going to do it? Nigga, it's AI fucking video conference. I'm sure Mexican consultants can go up. They can need help down there, but help them. Guess what? Don't worry, my Haitian.
It's time to make your business happen, y'all.
Go home. We'll set up a distribution with our African brothers. Don't worry. The Native Americans is finding out they're not so Native American. They're Siberians.
Come on, y'all. Let's understand what's going on in the world we're living in.
Nigga is mad, but black people is nigga.
Black people scared. They don't know what the hell is going on.
Dancing around.
Like
they don't even like we became white supremacists.
Scared as hell.
Nothing, nigga. You seen what happened today? Nigga, I'm in the house. I don't see nothing. Press one. Thought stock way down. Nobody and coronavirus made the coochie market soar. So more niggas was out here, doing wild things, and the hoes needed John.
Ain't no fighting over here, y'all. No fussing. I'm over here trying to show you
on the internet
what's going on with this here.
So they were really just working their magic on how to treat niggas. That's why I wasn't feeling that women. All of a sudden, women know what the fuck we want. Niggas don't want nothing but their little wee-wees. They want you to cook for them and all no dumb shit. No, we don't. We learn how to cook for ourselves. We learn how to clean ourselves. Thank you. You got to do more. I've been watching Pop the Balloon contest. What do you want him to do? I just want them to know what love is. Niggas tired of y'all love. Y'all love ain't amounting to 1 cent. Press one. Your love ain't amounting to 1 penny, but destruction on the earth. That's all I know. That's all I know. Over COVID.
Let me share this live out.
Divorce rates went up.
Ain't none of my folks came up in him. You know why?
Press one. And
probably hidden from them.
Behind. Press one, but lo and behold, good boy. B. Simone up there crying. Press one.
Let me see where
you got to shop at H&M and Walmart.
See what my folks say.
I just feel like I gotta manage my money better. What kind of men that you date? They gotta make over $300,000. What kind of men? All black women think they worth a $300,000 ass nigga. All of them. I'm finna leave you right now. It's much more opportunity, and all the women leaving the opportunity failed zone is telling them, don't do it. Don't. Later, you want me to stay in this narcissism? Shout out to y'all people. I feel bad. I feel bad for the black Latinos who got to go home. It's their turn. I've seen them they're showing more and more y'all. I'm like, damn. They like black people being, I'm looking like, oh, them is Haitian. You know, Haitians are the Germans. So I'm like, go. What? The Haitians and the Pan Americans, the Pan African, the Panamanians, all them. You wonder why Antoine Daniel don't like you?
Yep.
Nigga.
He's foreign to that big Russian
black German.
nigga.
See, I had to had to learn to understand what type of people is on the earth. Press one. I said, wait a minute, why they act like this? I did my history. These niggas is the black Germans, bro.
Yeah, come on, Kev.
Trying to distract our show.
We on the same page.
Like button. Because the black Germans,
we are on the same page.
Yeah, always. The whole nation in South America.
Yep.
Where the black Germans go.
Yep.
Where the white Germans go. To Argentina. Into America. Press one.
Yep.
I'm about Suge Knight shit right now. In America.
I'm just doing record, putting it on record because I know the truth.
And they ass whooped on the earth.
Putting it on the record because I know the truth.
Don't it feel like that? And they like, please, black people, do something. Please. You must do something. Riot with us.
Nope. Stay out the way.
When y'all had that problem, we rolled with y'all. Which problem?
Which one? When? Which one was that?
Which problem?
I don't remember seeing you. I don't remember seeing you there.
You heard that councilwoman in LA telling all the gangbangers, where you at, eh? Come outside and defend your territory. Hey, 18th Street, Florencia. Florence is like, hell no. Y'all see what they just did in Iran? This one. Florence is like, look, I think Florencia 13 gang, nigga, they like, did y'all see what they did to MS-13? Hell no, we not getting out there. Come on out. Defend your territory from these ICE agents. Is that a state representative? Encouraging violence from known terrorist organizations on federal agents? Oh, this world will went crazy. Oh, this world will went crazy. That's crazy, bro. Come on, La Raza, you screaming this one? You dance at the party? Y'all going to prison too. As soon as you do it, F-13, a federal RICO nationwide indictment is coming down on y'all. And y'all all got tattoos. It's on site. Bruh, what?
Oh, we. They want to put them tattoos, huh?
Oh, y'all want to go do 1,000 years at the federal penitentiary.
Oh, I'm glad
y'all see what's going on with Big U.
Because I was struggling.
Don't do it. I'm trying to tell you. Mind your business.
Shout out to y'all.
Deal with your judgment when the time comes. You better not help the state harbor fugitives.
I know it ain't.
Y'all better not help Gavin Newsom.
Believe it.
You better not.
You need a perspective.
I'm telling you from G14 classified experience, we're gonna fuck y'all up. When I say we, I mean defenders of the republic. You're gonna get your ass deported too. Well, look, you're gonna get deported anyway. But later better than now. That way we don't have to mix you up. You just sit right there. That's when y'all see the gangbangers in LA. Fucked off. You see White 100? He trying to wear glasses and disguise himself as a normal civilian. No. Terrorists. They all terrorists. All of them. And it's clear y'all don't know which people to watch on YouTube because they're all giving way to Whack and all these other folks. And I told y'all, when there's nobody else for them to bully and manipulate, here they come. And now they on their head. Wack can't even do nothing. He just got to sit there and deal with it. Do little Instagram videos. This shit is sad on Black YouTube. And once, and once, how many people in here? 227. Once we crush the Wack 100, all of the YouTube idiot who make money off Wack's name is no more. First one, there will be no more 1,000 views for Rich Trapper. There will be take your ass to bed, nigga. There'll be no more Clubhouse dumbass shit coming up my damn timeline with Wack 100. I'm here to watch the downfall of everything.
This whole beast.
Because I tried to tell you.
That's right.
You didn't listen. Well, I just get the sense y'all don't like that. Y'all don't like knowledge and wisdom. And I get a chance to glory. I'm the only one in the baseball stadium sitting back watching all y'all perish. And all of y'all little foreign gods and idols and y'all little historical lies.
Okay,
all of them got their own variation of historical lies. None of them. And that's how you know the Aryan nations are all in collusion with the immigration.
Y'all, come on.
Press one. I told you it's all subversion. All of it. They're like, what about the blacks in South America? Keep them.
Because they're not citizens of the United States. Let's be clear. This is a corporation, the United States.
Keep their head right there. Or they can go back to India or Asia, whichever one that's allowed where they belong. Press one. You see how we talk and look. We don't look like
twisted. They from Ghana.
From Ghana. Y'all feet are so wide. And think you ever seen Haitians and Jamaican feet? Francois. Woo! That's one. You ever seen Pop the Balloon Africa? Oh my God. Oh, they can't get jiggy with this shit. Because when you watch Pop the Balloon Africa?
Oh no. I ain't watched the one.
They so Eurocentric is out of here, bro. Europe black people, British black people, Jamaican, Haitian. Y'all scared the shit out of me. I don't know what to make of y'all for. Press one. That's why the East Coast people is weird to me. Because there's so many variations of niggas and foreigners. Press one. And they all rude. You know why the East Coast is rude? Everybody in the West or Midwest say, why, Kev?
And they all
because they all white supremacists. That's why. Oh, every last one of them New York motherfuckers, the Puerto Rican, all of them is rude because that's how they are. When you get to Cali, Texas, St. Louis, nigga, where the real niggas at is like, we a whole different species, bro.
See?
We're a whole different species. Whole different. These Euro blacks and we don't do the sturdy. We didn't make that up. Black people in America didn't bring the sturdy over. That came over here from black people from Europe who like to river dance and shit. And now they acting like niggas dancing around flopping. They learned that from the homosexual movement that happened in the Bambata era back in that day. Because one, y'all get the jiggly around. Because one, y'all go ahead.
See, he said river dance
new
under the sun. You got to research if you want to know the truth.
I'm from New York, Staten Island. You from Puerto Rico by way of nigga Italy.
Right.
They not fucking with me. You heard that's just a port, nigga. You from over there. That's all y'all Africans who was workers / indentured workers / slaves need to go home. And the 13th and 14th Amendment was meant for African American, not us.
Not us. Absolutely not us. Because we're not
Let me make this fucking clear.
Keep that shit
That shit was for African Americans. Not us.
Jay. That's why we here today. Not us. We understand. We understand. We overstand. We got all these standings.
One more time, I'll remix it.
Oh, yes, let's go.
That shit was for African Americans.
That's right.
All of them.
All of them.
The 5 tribes of the federalized Native American movement.
Make it plain. Mm-hmm.
Not us.
Not us.
See, they walked you into it. Civil rights movement made you fight civilly for something that made you black in law. Holla. One holla, 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 holla. Usually they just inverted the shit. You fought for burn a house, meaning you start voting in there. You became a citizen of Rome. And they became
over here.
Native Americans, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cold game, but you got to be careful about who you fuck with. It's about niggas and bitches, power and money, riders and punks. So the Moorish society are all the Confederates.
Mm-hmm.
These are the Confederate blacks, like the Native Americans, who are all Aryans. So all Moors became friends of Aryans, and they all became white supremacists against the freedmen and the people who are my people.
Did y'all
and destroyed in Holocaust and burned them and caused them the Great Migration. That was from them Noble Drew Ali, Frederick, what's them Frederick Duck, Marcus Garvey, Margaret Sanger, Walter Plecker. That's when the genocide is happening.
Right there.
That's why Walter Plecker bailed him out of prison and got him on the first flight to Haiti and then back to Europe where he belonged. Africa.
Yep.
Hit that like button and subscribe.
Hit that like button and y'all are
running shit. Shout out to who is this? Who is this? Augustine. Shout out to you. Shout out to Ollie Ware, Augustine again, and Paul Duke for supporting that. I gotta hit the cash, the motherfucking logo real quick. Hit that cash app, support the broadcast. Yeah, so it's like black people in
just here for it.
The Truman Show.
Okay, I'll turn that back up.
Black people been living amongst actors and people who know what the game is, and that it's all off of you. The whole game is ran off of the observational of you not paying no goddamn attention, so we can play roles in front of you and keep this game going so long as you are blind to it. And then if you don't know your history, you blind to it. You won't even know. You would think that black person is like you. They got to deny you. Their acceptance in that role is white supremacy. It's to be friends with the Aryan. Press 1. And the Aryan is just them, the Moors, because the biggest Moor on the planet is who? The Pope. He runs the Moors.
Oh, y'all listen. See, these niggas been trying to tell us they black.
Press 1.
See, come on, y'all. Let's research.
It's all federal corporation, religious structure, corporate, and they think that's the only way because they believe in materialism. They don't know nothing about the spirit. Their spiritualism come from the cosmos and from voodoo. They don't even know that the material world is an illusion of the spiritual. It's an upside down, inverted perception of spirituality. So your way of life, what you value, it's gonna play out in the civilization.
Royal Land,
so people are playing this
to you. Great continuation.
Upright, are you upside down? That's alchemy for your ass. Press 1. You are actually upright. Are you inverted? Hit the like button and subscribe.
Y'all, we just breaking over. Going over this.
So you upside down.
New situation.
Your thinking process is hellish. You ain't got nothing. You just roaming the earth, seeking what you can do to somebody else, take something from somebody, cause some harm. You're not like me trying to better yourself.
Being that I saw so much confusion the last 3 days in the other channels, I thought that, I don't do politics or that much religion, but when it comes to talking about who I am and my position that I play in this paradigm, I do have something to say, as well as I do, have a status or something that I can say that I am standing in. So that's why we're here today, because I just wanted to share y'all some of the things, some of the lies that I've heard over the last 3 days that put us in positions that we're not really in. Okay? So, here we go.
So see where humanity went wrong. You're not doing the work that it takes as an individual. Kev Road is about you. Kev, it's the you in you. Who are you? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people let me know who they was just on YouTube. Motherfucker just around me, just to be around me. Huh? The work it takes on a daily to keep your focus. You feel me? And then wasn't nothing but blessings. They say lessons. No, those is blessings. Not lessons. Those are blessings because these people uncover themselves. Hit the like button and subscribe. They there when it's time to fool around and play. But Kev don't eat playing on this earth. We gotta work first and to enjoy our time. You don't sit back and enjoy California, the last place to wake up. You're already 3 hours back. By the time you wake up, I want to be
that
done
is something
before Cali in Cali.
Hey, big brother.
You crazy?
How y'all doing?
Before you sleep, before
Glad
you
to see y'all in the chat.
Ready. The like button and subscribe.
Y'all, I had to break away. I had to run away from that
page.
I got stuck.
I love every bit of what I do. Yeah, because walking by faith and not by sight uncovers a lot to a person who blind. To a person who's blind to the manipulation. Sometimes you take the manipulative one to help you see, because God has got you on another.
Can y'all hear this all right?
Of being observant. So you got to be able to
put it on the big screen.
In order to see, you got to go through that. So God may put, you know what I'm saying, may have some things happening in your life where it's just hands off training wheels and you got to figure it out.
Press 1. You already know.
Your choices and where your foundation is going to stipulate where your direction and your moral code is going to stipulate which direction you take. You going to take the left or the right, or you going to walk that boring ass narrow path, which ain't boring at all if you got an imagination. Never lose your innocence. Never lose that. Press 1, because y'all call it imagination, but that's what I use to keep my faith. Press 1. I got to imagine God saying, you better not. That's my imagination. Press 1, butterfly in the sky. Well, God is in the sky with me. I went to Bible school. So, nigga, that's not no imagination.
Show me something now, Kel. Come on,
you ham process for real, nigga. What? Huh? Yeah, I got to.
Okay, y'all, let me move it up a little bit. Okay, y'all know me.
Y'all, my son. And then when I said
come on, Kel, show me something.
Take your imagination. Your imagination is just a word that's describing from their perspective what that even is. That's your press 1.
Here we go.
Your state has no power against the structure that has come over Bell Gardens, Cudahy, Pasadena, all the Latino spots in California. Boy, Bell Garden, all the gangs.
Remember, he's there, y'all. He's in Cali, where all them people is at.
Except regular folk. All the businesses shut down. No more tomatoes, fruit downtown. No more cacahuates on the street. No more illegal fruit truck, fruit stand. No more illegal. All that go back to MS-13.
What y'all think about that in the chat?
You think you buying fruit, nigga?
It's sitting y'all in the chat. Share their continuation. What y'all think about that in the chat?
Huh?
He said California, you know,
all that shit,
all the maize and stuff, all that they gone.
Yeah. You know, what you thought this was?
It's facts. Yeah.
You thought they really selling oranges right there all day? I know you just stop at the stop sign and really be like, damn, them Latinos working hard.
So they had it like that, huh?
Nigga, I know these niggas.
It used to be like that downtown tomato, but it was us, I thought.
I play Grand Theft Auto.
It was fun.
That nigga ain't selling no goddamn tomato. Now, ain't no way. Press 1.
What else he selling?
Motherfucking way.
What else he was selling, Kia?
They
were trying to eliminate in California the
y'all keep playing.
Color people, which they almost did.
They just had a huge.
Well, if they did, they wasn't indigenous, bro.
They been had.
If they did, they wasn't indigenous.
And it ain't just Latinos.
You can't. Well, you gonna take a copper color person if they're indigenous to this land?
I said, now this what the fuck I'm talking about.
They probably was some Africans or some Haitians, some Jamaican, somebody that wasn't U.S. citizens.
Iranian. They came in through Mexico. Press 1. Indians talking about they walk here. Press 1. They playing, bro. You can walk to where?
Walk in, right.
Press 1. Listen. You walk to America.
All right, welcome back and Alive Now. I'm Austin Westfall. A live look at the U.S. Capitol, about 10:45 in the nation's capital, 7:45 out west. Let's cover an interesting story that we heard about today. But over the weekend, ICE agents saying they arrested 11 Iranian foreign nationals in 48 hours. That's according to the Department of Homeland Security. Learning more about this from our partners in Minneapolis, because one of those arrests was made there. Let's get the latest from them in this quick report.
The Department of Homeland Security says U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement arrested 11 Iranian nationals in a 48-hour targeted operation.
Now, hold on. Y'all think this is about illegal immigration? No. These are they don't want to scare you. I will, though. These are whole terrorist cells.
Yeah, that's terrorists.
And Latinos is fighting for criminals. That's on them. I ain't got no. That's on y'all. Y'all want to do this shit? Y'all find out what happened to Francois?
Yeah, down there fighting against what they
doing. The arrest spanned multiple states.
Here's what we know about the man who was taken into custody in Minnesota. DHS officials say ICE arrested 56-year-old Iranian national Mehran Makari Saheli.
I told you Mehran Makari Saheli. Now he on the terrorist watch list. That's not an American name, buddy.
Sunday in St. Paul. DHS says he's a former member of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps and says he has, quote, admitted connections to Hezbollah, which are
not Hezbollah
terrorist organizations.
Oh my goodness.
Not Hezbollah, y'all. I know y'all remember Hezbollah.
Possessing a fraudulent immigration document in 2009. Then stemming from that in 2020, court filings show he faced a federal charge for being a felon in possession of a firearm. DHS says he was later sentenced to 15 months in prison for the weapons charge. Federal officials say in June 2022,
shout out to the sisters in the chat. Shout out to my Bush babies. Love y'all back.
United States, but say he remained in the country illegally.
Just to get myself out of the boon.
11 total arrested. We've got pictures of 10 of them here via the
content to keep from being crazy.
New York Post standing by. We want to welcome in Michael Balboni. He's a former New York Homeland Security advisor.
Busted.
I got to ask you, when we look at pictures of these 10 people, Michael, are these people affiliated with those so-called sleeper cells that we've been hearing so much about? Is this sleeper cell activity or not? What do we know?
What we know is that over the last couple of years, we've had
sleeper cells. Y'all know about the sleeper cells?
Individuals come to this country, and we don't know
brother in LA right now. He said it's different. Really?
That's really what has changed the landscape of this nation's security, and we see it right now. You know, this follows a traditional pattern. Whenever there's
what y'all think in the chat? Y'all think it's about
expands out to other parts of the world, and of course,
immigration of us or them. What do y'all actually think in the chat?
This has
are y'all
the
doing
rhetoric
that fearful nigga stuff that a lot of people doing?
Really good intel that says there's a great capability in country right now. Should the either Iranian affiliated individuals or folks that want to do things on their own, rogue individuals. And certainly from a cybersecurity perspective, the security forces in the United States are really on high alert for a domestic incident.
Viewers often ask me about the threat of sleeper cells. Two things on that.
So
what are they
cell.
is one. And secondly, is there any evidence of Iranian sleeper cells in the U.S.? Hard evidence?
Damn.
So typically, if you take a look at throughout the years from an intelligence perspective,
Also following
during the Cold War, was where
when
the country was first introduced the concept of a sleeper cell. That was people who were trained in the ways and customs of the United States. They were sent in to create false identities and families.
I told you.
Hide amongst us, and then get
y'all hear this?
That says, "Okay, time to go," and then they would either
time can't go. They didn't want to go.
Try to get documents.
They had false identities, living on false timelines that was given to them.
Y'all heard that, right?
Go, they like, damn, we gonna cause havoc. This is done before, bro.
Secrets. That has now changed in the sense that there's an affiliation with the sponsoring agency. Or in this case, Iran.
I wasn't even
people coming to the country.
I wasn't even expecting that. But you know how to decipher media, music, and propaganda. I think that's a beautiful class here. You see that? They would tell you. Okay? I'm telling you on a worldwide scale, but you see how simple he said it? I do 5-hour lecture on it. How, who, what, where, when, and why. He said it like it was just like a common thing to know. And not so common for Universe 25. And that's the specialty. How simple as he said it, your mind is supposed to go, wow, this is true.
They go to areas.
Okay, it says that the late 18th century, y'all. We know we talking about after Reconstruction when they say something like that. It's really 19th century, right? When they do that, right? It says from French terrorists, from Latin terror. The word was originally applied to supporters of the Jacobins in the French Revolution who advocated repression and violence in pursuit of the principles of democracy and equality. Equality. My bad. So, but y'all heard what they said the sleeper cells did, right? Did y'all hear how they placed them in places to do certain things? Did you get that? I hope you did. Because I'm going to go back just a little bit, see if we can get it.
Busted.
I got to ask you, when we look at pictures of these 10 people, Michael, are these people affiliated with those so-called sleeper cells that we've been hearing so much about? Is this a sleeper cell activity or not? What do we know?
What we know is that over the last couple of years, we've had almost over 10 million individuals come to this country, and we don't know who they are,
10 million,
what their intentions are. That's really what has changed the landscape of this nation's security, and we see it right now. This follows a traditional pattern of whenever there's conflict in the Middle East, it spans out to other parts of the world. And of course, with Iran having been attacked by the United States to take out their nuclear facilities, this has ratcheted up the rhetoric at the very least. But we also know that there's really good intel that says there's a great capability in country right now. Should the either Iranian affiliated individuals or
shout out to y'all for coming over.
Do things on their own, rogue individuals.
I see 10 of y'all just popped
and
up
certainly
in
from
here.
a
That's what's
cybersecurity
up.
perspective, the security forces in the United States are
Hey,
really on
what's
high alert
up?
for a domestic
Great
incident.
to see you.
Viewers often ask me about the threat of sleeper cells. Two things on that. What are they?
No, we're going over why we got this immigration thing going on and what it means to us.
Hard evidence?
What it should mean to us.
So typically, if you take a look at throughout the years from an intelligence perspective, during the Cold War was when the country was first introduced the concept of a sleeper cell. That was people who were trained in the ways and customs of the United States. They were sent in to create false identities and families.
I told you.
Hide amongst us. And then
y'all hear this?
Says, okay, time to go. And then they would either create havoc or they would try to get documents.
They had false identities, living on false timelines that was given to them. And then when it's time to go, they like, damn.
They don't want to go.
This is done before, bro.
Secrets.
Yeah.
That has now changed in the sense that there's an affiliation with the sponsoring agency, or in this case, Iran.
I wasn't
For
even
people coming to the country.
I wasn't even expecting that. But you know how to decipher media, music, and propaganda? I think that's a beautiful class here. You see that? They would tell you. Okay. I'm telling you on a worldwide scale, but you see how simple he said it? I do 5-hour lecture on it. How, who, what, where, when, and why. He said it like,
hey, y'all, what we been doing? Who, what?
And I
we on the same page, y'all, and I ain't following him with that.
That's the special thing.
I've been talking about that.
Your mind is supposed to go, wow.
That's what we all should be trying to figure out every day.
They go to areas
over there
where there's a lot of
other Arab,
talking
to each other, all
in an Arab
crazy,
where
y'all.
they kind of go to ground and mix in.
I got more respect for y'all.
This is, you know, when you listen to what President Trump has been talking about, he's been using ICE to target not just folks that were here illegally, but folks that are members of gangs, have committed crimes, and pose a security risk. And so this is something that the White House has been very focused on, though a lot of people are not saying that he should get credit for doing this. But again, think of 10 million people coming to this country. It's a huge security risk.
You've already touched on this, but I'm hoping you can expand.
And what are they doing every day? What are the black ones doing? You got to hate the white man. Y'all know what they did to us in Africa and here. Y'all know what they did. Y'all know what they did. Now they having you turn federal what? They're using your black card to turn enemy of the state. Don't play with these people.
Associated with tracking down.
Because a lot of them was nervous. A lot of them need you right now. Why? Because the Haitians need you. The Canadian Haitians, African Haitians, they need you. Ghanese people, Libya, Africa needs you. They just ain't told you. Listen.
We're also following more breaking news tonight. The Trump administration set to terminate the temporary protected status program for Haitian migrants. The Department of Homeland Security contends that conditions in Haiti have improved enough for them to return home.
The move would impact.
Francois, did you hear that? We fixed the earthquake for you. It's time to go home.
Security contends that conditions in Haiti have improved enough for them to return home.
The move would impact hundreds of thousands of people. CBS News Miami's Nakaya Carrero joins us tonight from Little Haiti.
Putting a dagger through the heart, not only of individual immigrants, but of immigrant families.
The Department of Homeland Security says that TPS for Haitians will expire August 3rd, go into effect on September 2nd.
Ooh, right before my birthday, Francois.
A decision that comes as a shock to local Haitians.
But making the outrageous claim that conditions in Haiti are getting better. And this flies in the face of their own claims of why they put Haiti on the travel ban because of the dangerous conditions.
A DHS spokesperson.
Ooh, shit. Haiti?
Hold me.
Haiti saying they did that to them?
Like the River Jordan.
What?
Lord, mercy. This made me more ambitious. I am not going to Haiti. That is not on my vacation. Lord have mercy.
I know what.
They got a whole refrigerator on her back. Look at this one. Jeez.
Said the environmental situation in Haiti has improved enough that it is safe for Haitian citizens to return home. But CBS News Miami spoke
this is a innovation on the side of that wall.
With someone in Haiti who says the country cannot accept anyone else.
You got to accept. How you ain't going to accept nobody else? And it's you. We just gave you a temporary hotel visit, and you don't want to go home. And then they country say, we don't want them to come home because it's too much on our
yeah,
economy.
What y'all saying in the chat about this? What y'all say about this? What y'all got to say about this in the chat?
Are going to cap now if everyone is deported to
everybody want to say Haiti is America
because of the difficult conditions.
It might be America, but it's not the United States.
Haiti,
do anybody not understand the difference in America and the United States?
TPS holders where they've spoken to elected officials.
That's what's got to be understood, I think.
And now we're looking at a situation where those very leaders are fearful.
What say you in the chat?
Damn.
What?
So when I say it's hard out here, it really is, y'all. These folks is going crazy. Stay focused.
For a lot of
stay
people
blessed.
Too.
Keep your mind strong. Don't listen to these people talking about they coming for you next. And
that's right.
They've been coming for me my whole life. And we finding out that the whole economy is based off illegals. A lot of these gang members are illegal aliens. I ain't seen 21 Savage in a long time. In a long time. A lot of these people are illegal.
A lot of them rappers was illegal. Foreigners.
And y'all be like, oh, black people crazy. Look how they sell their music.
People.
A lot of those people be illegal European Americans who don't got acting classes and pretending to be us.
Mm-hmm.
Now listen to me. I know this shit sounds
all of that, y'all.
These motherfuckers
marrying foreigners, pretending to be us.
And then blend you with them.
Yep.
And say, look at black people.
And us and them. Yeah,
be
speaking for us.
Yeah, you Somalian. Know. You don't know what the fuck this shit is going on in Chicago. There's some natural tribal shit going on. Y'all like, oh man, niggas, all they want to do is kill, steal, and fuck bitches and leave babies in wedlock. Hold on. That ain't even us.
It's them.
And it's about time we stood up for ourselves as the people here in America.
Come on, y'all. It's time.
With us. In fact, they against us. I will never be friends with people like Anton Daniels.
Me either.
Hell no, they rather be friends with the movie warrior bandit and let them say vile things in front of their wives and shit. I'm not. Nigga, we been on snatched up all your women and conquered you niggas. Let y'all conquer each other. Press one. And took care of your kids. Press one. That's the problem with niggas and black people. We sold what's the word? Hospitality. Mm-hmm. We showed hospitality to they Sodom and Gomorrah asses and took their kids in and shit. They don't forgot they got to go home. Where you live? I live in 3764 Connecticut Drive. No. Okay. You're real home.
Go.
What my real home? You really, nigga don't want to go to Africa. Press what? No. Press one. Who want to, nigga? You in California and you want to go back to Africa? This is heaven to an African. Shut up. Just like it is to a Mexican and a Japanese person. All they know is communism in Japan, North Korea. Nigga, when they get away from that, they fighting for America to the death, nigga. They way too comfortable. And a lot of it is easy. Well, that's how niggas is. I'm not being ignorant because niggas is ignorant. I'm not being
ungrateful. We finna go somewhere
else. Learn as much as I can while I'm here, because it ain't no we thing with me. I really study. I really notice.
We're changing pages, y'all. We're finna go somewhere else. Because we're going to make this plain tonight as best as I can, y'all. And y'all do your own home research, y'all. I'm just here for it, y'all, because I couldn't stay where I was today. I had to come over here and try to make something happen here, okay?
I'm almost scared that let me see what's gonna happen if I put something on the screen. You should be good to go now.
Yeah, let's go, y'all.
Now I know some of y'all will say, well, damn, they ain't all of them came up under this joint fraudulently. I'm gonna tell you right now, the whole system is fraudulent. The whole citizenship system is fraudulent. Told you that. Showed you. Wasn't nobody that was of a different race a part of citizenship in America from 1790
Come on, y'all.
to 1952.
1790.
The only person or status that was considered a citizen from 1790 to 1952 was white.
Hold up, dang. I need you to hold up.
Showed you the record.
Hold up, right there. Y'all heard what he said, right? 1790. He said they were white, right? Y'all heard that, right? I just wanted to stop it right there. I need this to be very, very clear. Because there's still too many niggas walking around here talking about white people were here when it was niggas. And I don't understand why ain't nobody saying this but me. Even Dane sitting here ain't making that clear. Because the 1790 census, my great-granddaddy them is on it. And they are the free white people. And I got his son sitting right here, so I ain't got him, but I got his son. So he wasn't no damn white people as we know them today. So we need to understand this. Are y'all with me in the chat? 1790 free white people were our people. And they had slaves. But they done flipped it around and told us these was Caucasians. Wasn't no Caucasians here till 1903. Hell, Rockefeller didn't get here till 1898. That's proof right there. Come on, y'all, we got to be clear here. And so Dane just explicitly said, talk about the white people, putting white people here. Wasn't no white people here as we know them today. Please be clear. Do your own research. Look at your records. You'll see it. And on this video, I'm going to say this now, because on this video, he also said something about the African people from Africa, and that they came from America, the Liberian. I said, okay, Dan, go ahead and tell us about the rest of them then now, because I know for a fact hundreds of thousands of them went over there, and they didn't just go to Liberia. So why you didn't tell that? Why is people not telling the whole story? Why is they gatekeeping? I'm calling this out right here because I saw it this morning. And I heard this. And I said, hey, wait a minute. Why you ain't talking about all the hundreds of thousands that went to Africa? Why you ain't talking about the fact that wasn't nobody in Africa until we went there? Why you ain't talking about the fact that we colonized Africa, not Africa colonized us? Why we ain't getting this information straight? Why is we still got people been teaching for 10, 12, 15 years and they still ain't telling us the truth? I'm here for the truth today, y'all. I'm here for this truth. I'm just saying, let's get it.
I'm talking about multiple times. Put that up on screen. That should have been red flag number 1 to you. So you should be thinking like, dang, wait a minute. When did we become citizens?
Absolutely, as a status.
Our ancestors did not become citizens of America until the 1960s. Let me let that sink in. Problem number 1, becoming a U.S. citizen. Because again, and I always bring this back to y'all to let y'all think about this part, because think about it. If you became, and what you did, you became a citizen in the 1960s up under what class? First class, second class, third class. Back in the day, in the 1960s, we was fighting for first class citizenship. Did we get it?
Do we have it now?
No. So what class do we fall up under?
Third behind the other folks, probably now.
Look.
Let me say this also. When we talk about DC, see, DC was the corporation. That 14 square mile, which is really 63, I think they say they didn't round it up to be 63 on all 4 sides. Anyway, that is the corporation. So when they made us citizens by way of the birth certificate and the social. Therefore, we became citizens of the corporation, which is the federal, all of that has to do with Washington. Okay? So when we say to correct your status, see, when you're not connected to the corporation, that's a status correction. But see, the people that's really born in the corporation, you're born there. There's a whole total different concept for you than people who were not born in the corporation. You're born in it. So it's a different way of you separating. And don't ask me, I'm not for certain, but I know it is.
This is so important because everybody got a feeling. Okay, for example, they'll say that the government actually did harm to us by imposing poverty on our communities, for example. Now, I agree with you to a certain extent. Here's why. Because we did it to ourselves before the government even had a chance. We gave the government the permission to do this stuff to us once we became citizens. Citizenship been a problem. Been a problem since the 1600s. Citizenship been a problem. Keep in mind, citizenship don't mean that you are indigenous to a landmass.
Come on now.
Citizenship is a group of people who are governed by a government. And they got, if y'all hear my computer acting up, there's update after update popping up. I told y'all. I'm looking at it right now. I got some things I got to do when I get off of live. Put it like that. And I'm probably going to go live again tomorrow. But yeah, update after update popping up. Look, it's live. Y'all hearing all that? My computer like, damn, you waking us up now? How you want to use it? All right, this need an update. That need an update. Watch. But anyway, so the point is, our people made a mistake in the 1960s. Big time mistake by allowing our people. Okay, hold on. Let me further explain that. And I have in my videos anyway. I know some of y'all mad. Dang, why you keep repeating yourself? Because these hard-headed people not live. Well, no, it took y'all this. Okay, let me not get on y'all. Don't do that, dang. Don't get on them. But it took them so long. It took them so long to catch on.
Taking them so long now.
My work been out there for 10 years. They repeating stuff I did years ago today. And don't get me wrong. I'm thankful for that, but god damn, bro, please hurry up.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors, we're going to take care of you. If you ever hear
Please. We got foreigners claiming that they're indigenous to our landmass. This gotta stop.
Gotta stop.
I'm talking about, think about that now. Every video you come out with and you talk about your own people, why are the foreigners in the comments? We didn't ask for their opinion. Think about that. We ain't asked for your opinion. Keep your shit to yourself. What you doing looking at my video anyway? We ain't over there looking at your videos. When the last time you want us to scroll through TikTok and look for some white creators on what? Some various topics like, unless TikTok show it to us, we ain't gonna go looking for them. Why y'all looking for us?
And as he said, TikTok. I woke up today, it was somebody over there on my TikTok challenging me to show them my DNA. I told him I could show you 22 generations, but what that gonna do for you? Because you got the gall. Now, beast. Look, I'll be, see, that's why I don't go to TikTok, because they would kick me off of there because I don't play over there. I say what I have to say and I don't be censored, so I stay off of TikTok.
What is the issue? Because you scared. We were born with our birthright. Listen. We were born with our birthright.
Y'all ain't nobody like the video.
Right. You were born with it. This ain't got nothing to do with citizenship.
I see y'all up.
You shouldn't have to wait until some foreign group or entity classify you.
I don't see no light.
As whatever they want to classify you in order for you to gain your birth right. No, that's God given. That's creator given. Some of y'all gonna say Allah. Some of y'all gonna say Jesus. Some of y'all gonna say Yahweh, Yeshua, Yah. You know who I'm talking about, right? That's who gave it to us. This ain't got nothing to do with no goddamn government at all. The only things that should be governed is ourselves by ourselves.
Absolutely.
Nobody should be governing us.
No.
That's not how it works.
That's not how we got here, y'all.
Especially not no foreign entity. I showed y'all the day that the Supreme Court straight up said that they not trying to rule on what a U.S. citizen is. In other words, they did not want to define what a U.S. citizen is. Listen. Think I'm playing? Hold up. That's, oh my God. That just exposes everything. Hold up.
I appreciate the lights, y'all.
Read it. Read. No, not that ad. Come on, NBC. Supreme Court declines to rule on what makes a U.S. citizen. So if you, okay, for example, right? For example, if you had no idea what a U.S. citizen was, the Supreme Court don't want to tell you.
Oh, boy.
The Supreme Court ain't going to tell you. That don't raise a red flag to you? Ding, ding, ding. This brand spanking new, by the way. That was just June 13th, 2016. Brand new. So if they couldn't figure it out then, this is why Trump came after that. Because it exposes everything. If you can't determine, oh, and it's another thing that they said on here. They talked about the territory. Hold up. Look. The Justice Department said the U.S. territories are not, quote, in the United States within the meaning of the Constitution. So only Congress, see, look, y'all, only Congress can confer citizenship. Only Congress. Again, this was 2016. And see, everybody gonna blame it on Trump. But Trump know better. So does his lawyers. So does his administration. The U.S. Supreme Court declined Monday to decide who becomes a U.S. citizen at birth. Declined Monday to decide who becomes a U.S. citizen at birth.
back in the 70s.
Listen, y'all. I need somebody to tell me y'all have heard it before.
Girl, too. Do you know, like in the 70s and the 60s, do you know that race mixing they thought was beneficial?
I never heard it before, y'all. I need somebody to bear witness to
women and men had that mindset back.
I ain't even see these people in my community when I was coming up.
A white guy that they would have a better life, be able to live a better life, and vice versa for the men. Do you know that? That was some real shit. That was their mindsets when you seen black and white couples in the 70s and the 60s. That's a lie.
To me too, it's a lie. I never heard that before.
I'm telling you the God's truth. There are literally
that might have been in Connecticut, but not in Georgia.
Who thought like that? They thought if they dated a white guy that they would have
I need y'all opinion on this. I just heard it and I just thought that was just absurd.
I'm serious.
Man, there might be a northern coon mindset, but I ain't never that niggas don't down south.
She was saying, I'm just curious, had anybody ever heard of anything like that? Oh, what you say? Okay. What do you think about the $9.5 billion casino plan? I don't know anything about that one. But you said, remember, you are the first with it. Watch the copy. First with what? Oh, with what? Living. I know, I'm trying. Listen, y'all. Oh, man, I've been over there in them YouTube streets and I'm a little shaken. I'm a little shaken, y'all. But look. Nas casino plan. Okay, I will. All right. But I'm gonna clear up some of these things off this off my thing by way I laugh them up here so I can give y'all some stuff that I researched too yesterday. I'm just hitting a few things because it makes sense to me. Yesterday I heard these things and I went to research it because I wanted to have the truth, right? I heard somebody saying if you was in these spaces where I end up traveling the last 3 days, you'll understand what I'm bringing. And I'm sure some of y'all did because we be in and out of spaces, right? But I heard a young man say that Baltimore, he was going on the Moore shit, right? Everything about Moore. Y'all know how they is about the Moors, right? He said Baltimore was more land, and that Baltic language is from where, it is that language, the Baltic language is from Boston. I mean, Baltimore shit, right? So of course I went and wanted to know. I just went to straight Google. I didn't go to my thing that I use. I went to straight Google, and I wanted to know the Baltic language and where it was from, and are they Moors? Right? The first thing it says, the Baltic language. Is it up here? Let me share it. Let me share it so y'all can see it on. Okay, let me make sure I'm sharing. Okay, there it is. I'm trying to find it back again, y'all. I think I lost my place. Okay, here it is. Okay. It says the Baltic language, which include modern Lithuanian. Time I saw Lithuanian, y'all, I was done. Okay? Y'all know who Lithuanian is. Everybody know Rob Noshes. Time I saw Lithuanian, I needed not to read no further because I know who the Lithuanians is, right? And the Baltic Sea. So automatically, I didn't even need to go anymore, but we're going to make sure they're not Moors, okay? Baltic people are not Moors. We don't need to go no further, right? In this over here with us, right? We understand how it go, right? They are not Moors. Okay? Then we're going to get out of that one. I'm going to go to the next one. The next question was, Baltimore ever being more land ruled by Moors? Y'all with me in the chat? We got to understand that a lot of stuff happened, and we're going to clear it up and when, what, and where. We know the Moors was doing some stuff. We know who they is, right? But we got to put them in the right place. So it says, based on the search research I did, the term Moors refers to the Berber Islamic invaders who colonized Spain during the 8th century, and well as other Muslims who occupied territories in Europe. There is no historical records of Moors ever reaching or ruling in the Americas. While Moorish traditions have influenced elements like art and architecture in the Americas, this does not imply any form of political rule or settlement. Okay, y'all, we're clearing up just things that people just spew out their mouth. They just spew it out their mouth and then they're like they God with it. And everything I heard come out the mouth that day, I was putting it up. It's up here right now, and I can go through it. I'm going through it because I'm tired of niggas lying to us. So I saved it for y'all, and I'm bringing it. Okay? The term Moors refers to the Berber Islamic invaders, y'all. We got to always remember that. The concept of Moors rule in Baltimore is inaccurate. The question itself is based on a misunderstanding of the historic content of Moors. Okay? Need not say no more about that. Just want to clear up the lies that be spewed out of folks' mouth. New York is Moorish land. Heard that too. I know y'all heard it if y'all was traveling with me yesterday. New York, I say, New York ever been called Moor land and ruled by Moors. New York has never been called Moorland and has not been ruled by Moors. However, the term Moor can refer to different groups of people in different contexts. In context of the Iberian Peninsula during the Middle Ages, Moor was used to designate the Muslim population of North Africa and the Iberian Peninsula. Okay? It's important to note that the term Moor can have racial connotations and is generally not used in academic scholarship today. While some individuals or groups, such as those affiliated with the Moor Science Temple, that's the only time you're going to hear about these people. It's when they are tied to the Moor Science Temple, Washita, or Yamasee, or Lenni Lenape, or any group of them Moors right there. It's about 5 of them. That's the only time you're going to hear about Moors tied to anything here is when you hear them 5 so-called Indian nations. And they have been debunked. They have been debunked. Moors to signify their heritage or identity. This does not imply any historical rule or governance of New York by Moors in the traditional sense of a dominant ethnic group. Some sources discuss the possibility of Moorish and West African travelers reaching the Americas before Columbus. However, these accounts do not suggest that New York or any part of it was ruled by Moors at any point in history. In history, y'all. The North York Moors, a region in England, is named for its moorland landscape, not after the historical Moorish people of the Iberian Peninsula. Y'all am I clearing up these little in-the-window lies that were spewed out? Salute, great continuation to you, ex-Frank Nitty. No, I don't know Nas like that. Yeah, I agree. A lot of people think that way now, and they thought that way, but not in the 70s, not in the 60s and 70s. We was not farming with relating with them people. I never saw them in my community. I didn't see Caucasians until we moved out of the community where it was just us at and moved to where they was at. Because we integrated to where they was at. And when we went there in 1970, they was trying to get the hell on up in Stone Mountain to get away from us because they didn't want to be near us. So it was a migrating thing. We migrated there. They migrated on up to Stone Mountain. Now Stone Mountain full of niggas and they can't take it. They can't take it. So let me go back to my next word. We did New York, right? New York is not more land, right, y'all? Okay. Then they did the Tennessee. One that said Tennessee, Mobile, what? Mobile meant more land and all this crazy stuff. I heard all this yesterday, y'all. And I pulled it. Tennessee was Tanasi. Y'all see that right there? Tanasqui. Y'all look that up in the 1500s and see what. See, that's how it was spelled in 1500 before they changed it to this. Okay? Before they changed it to Tennessee, it was Tenasqui. Like that. And then there's another one right here, Tennessee, right there. Y'all see that one? And this is Cherokee and Chickasaw, they say. But I know my auntie Cherokee, she was up in there. Yeah. Tahlequah. She was up in Tahlequah. No, it's Tenassequah. Okay. Okay, so y'all see that one. Okay, so the next one is Westmoreland. Where is Westmoreland in America? Based on the request, Westmoreland in America. Okay. We got locations of Westmoreland, y'all. Pennsylvania. Anybody know about Westmoreland, Pennsylvania? Located in southeastern Pennsylvania metropolitan statistical area. Historical significance founded in 1773. It was the first county in Pennsylvania whose entire territory boundary was west of the Allegheny Mountain. Population, according to 2020 census, the population was 354,663. Geography, it covers a total area of 1,036 square miles with 1,028 square miles of land. You know about anybody know about that over there? Then you got Westmoreland in California, a city in Imperial County. You got Westmore, Indiana, y'all. Come on. A neighborhood in the city of Fort Wayne. Then you got Moreland, Indiana, a town in Henry County. These locations are distinct from Westmoreland County, Pennsylvania, and are less likely to be what you're looking for based on the common usage. Westmoreland in an American content. The information about the proposed state of Westmoreland in 1784 is a historical note unrelated to the existing Westmoreland County, Pennsylvania. Okay. In summary, when referring to Westmoreland in America, you are likely referring to Westmoreland County in Pennsylvania. So anytime they say you're most likely referring there, right? So that place does exist, right? Okay. When did the name Moore be added into names of the states in America? It says more settlers in the United States in the 17th century, y'all. Somebody named Thomas More, not with an E on it, who landed in New Hampshire in 1630. Most likely he was a French Moor or Spanish, I forgot. Henry Moore, who landed in Maryland in 1649. Jane Moore. Y'all see this? So this is how we got these names of different places over here, right? They came here. They brought them here, no doubt. Okay. Did the Dutch call the inhabitants of America? Yeah, that was another thing. Well, the Dutch called us more. Okay. Did the Dutch... Y'all, I'm sorry. I got to do this because I can't stand lies being spewed about my people. Did the Dutch call American Indians Moors? The Dutch did not call the inhabitants of America Moors. The term Moor historically refers to Muslim populations, particularly those of North Africa. We're going to stop getting us confused with North African Negroes. Negroes are from Africa. Moors are from Africa. We are from America. Dang. Who ruled parts of Iberian Peninsula. While they was doing that over there, we were still here. What about that don't make no sense to nobody? Europeans, including the Dutch, generally use the term Indians or Indian. Y'all see it in there? In Dutch. That's the word they use it for Dutch right there, y'all. Y'all see it? To refer to the indigenous people of the Americas. After the Columbus mistakenly believed he had reached the East Indies. But we know that's a lie too. We already broke that lie down, right? The Dutch also used more specific names to refer to the different nations and tribes they encountered in their North American colony of New Netherlands, such as the Mohicans, the Munsee speakers, and the Mohawk, etc., whatever their name was. While the term Moor could sometimes be used broadly and vaguely in Renaissance Europe, in Europe, y'all, to compass individuals from Africa and even beyond. It was generally not applied to the indigenous Americas by the Dutch. Stop lying. Can we just say stop lying in the chat? Can we get some truth from somebody? There is no evidence suggesting that the Dutch used this term for the native inhabitants of America, period. And everybody, when these people tell y'all lies, I need for y'all to just Google this shit. It don't make no sense for us to walk away not knowing the truth and thinking somebody done told you the truth. Does Negro mean more? While Negro and Moor are sometimes associated due to historical uses, the term are not interchangeable. See, you see what I'm saying, y'all? Negroes, Moors, Indians, same thing. Niggas, stop playing. I need for them to stop playing, y'all. I need for them to stop playing. And I need for y'all to start researching behind people. Stop letting them tell you anything. Because I see some of y'all in the chat and y'all just be just like lackadaisical on numb look like sometime. I be like, dang, for real? Now, while Negro was a term historically used to describe people of who? African descent. Period. While Moors refer to a specific group of people from North Africa who invaded. Invaders. That's why they want to be you so bad. We wasn't running around here invading people. We was never those people. That's why they want to turn our character. They hate us because they ain't us. Shout out to Trey Ali. And occupied the parts of Spain and Portugal. While some Moors were of African descent and could be described as Negro. The term Moor encompassed a broader range of ethnicities and included Berbers, Arabs, and other groups, y'all. It's other folks go with this shit. Other folks tied to this. Here are more detailed explanations. Moors. The term Moor is derived from the Latin Morus, originally referring to inhabitants of where? Mauritania, a Roman province in northwest Africa. In medieval Europe, Moor became a broad term for the Muslim population of the Iberian Peninsula. Come on, y'all. Spain and Portugal. That's not in America. It's not in America. Negro. Negro is derived from the Spanish and Portuguese word for black. Black. These Negroes want to be black so bad, they're going to be black dead in law one way or another. Because if they call themselves Negro, they still just black dead in law. So be a Negro, but know you dead in law. It was historically used in English to describe people of African descent. Both of those words belong to the Africans. It don't belong to the Indians, the indigenous. It don't belong to the aboriginals. This is why the confusion is. Because it's niggas like that that keep throwing confusion in, and that's why them fake people keep telling us who we is, because of these niggas keep confusing the dope. Interchangeability. While some historical sources use Moor and Negro like them niggas interchangeable, particularly in the content of depicting Moors as dark-skinned, when we know they white because the Pope white, he a Moor, all these other folks is what? Come on, y'all. They fooled us. Trying to act like it's just Moor mean black. Moor is dark-skinned people. No, all these folks is Moors now. Or if that's what you want to call them, invaders. European art and literature. It's important to note that Moor was not solely a racial term. Okay, y'all, did y'all get that? Was not solely a racial term. These niggas that like this, they race. They're like it's their race. Historical content. European writers and artists often display Moors as black. Yeah, they trying to lie to us, y'all. They writing us out. Listen, or very swarty. But this was not necessarily an accurate representation of the diverse population of the Iberian Peninsula during the Moorish period. Come on, y'all. Some Moors were indeed black or of African descent, while others were of Berber, Arab. That meant they had some Caucasian in them, or even European origin. Modern usage. In modern usage, Negro is generally considered an offensive term. Now, these niggas use it as a word of endearment. The term Moor is still used in historical and cultural content, but its meaning is more nuanced than simply referring to black people. Come on, y'all. Y'all, we're going to start with this bull crap they keep giving us, right? We're going to keep taking it, right? We're not going to keep taking it. Then 1778, this is another one. 1778 said that the Moors was here running everything in America in 1728. There was the Moors. Let's see. In 1728, the predominant groups in North America were indigenous people and various European colonial powers. And we know those was black Europeans, y'all. Let's be clear. North America was a homeland of numerous indigenous nations and tribes with diverse cultures, languages, and ways of life. Some lived in complex societies with established political structures and trade networks. Come on, y'all. Can we say we was not primitive? Examples include the Iroquois, Huron, the Algonquin groups in the Northeast who were navigating shifting alliances. What? Navigating? Now, Moors only navigated, y'all. right? The Moors are the only one navigating, and conflicts with European newcomers and among themselves. Native American nations in the interior had, by this time, incorporated horses, firearms, enabling them to engage in large-scale bison hunting and expand their movement. European colonial powers, we still talking about black Europeans over here. There wasn't no Caucasians over here. I'm going to stand there. Several European nations had established colonies in North America. The British Empire had a strong presence along the East Coast with its 13 colonies. France controlled much of Canada and the extensive territories along the Mississippi River. Y'all, come on, let's find out where these people at. Spain had a long-standing presence, particularly in the regions like Florida and parts of the Southeast. Remember, we done went all over here, well, Texas and Louisiana. We know where they was bringing all them Dutch, them Romans, all them Germans and stuff, right? These European powers were competing for resources and influence on the continent. About the Moors, the term Moor is a broad term used by the Europeans to refer to the Muslim people of North Africa and the Iberian Peninsula during the Middle Ages. While Moors had significant influence in Spain for centuries, they were expelled from the Iberian Peninsula in 1492. There's limited evidence of significant Moorish presence or control in North America during the 18th century, despite some historical theories and cultural connections. In summary, in 1728, indigenous people were living throughout North America, and European colonial powers like Britain, France, and Spain were establishing and expanding their control over certain territories, leading to significant changes and conflict on the continent. Okay? It don't say nothing about all that other crazy stuff they try to give us, right, y'all? I don't know. It wasn't like that, right, y'all? Okay, then I went to who created that exotic map and put Moors in the states across America in 1865. Information about the exotic map created during the Reconstruction. Y'all, I told y'all that. I always said that. Depicted Moors in the states across America is unavailable. It's not even available, right? It said the idea of a Moorish presence in America during this time, specifically related to land ownership or control of states, seems to be connected to the Moorish Science Temple of America. Come on, y'all. Can we say liars? Can we say some liars? This group was founded by Noble Drew Ali in 1913. Shout out to my cousin, Charles Courtman Bay. They don't talk about him, but he kept it going for 25 years. Let me find out what else. The movement claimed African Americans were descendants of Muslim Moors with a historical land claim. However, this movement began in the early 20th century and is with all them other Moors that I named earlier. I ain't gonna name them again because I know they hate. The Freedmen's Bureau was established in 1865, the same time of Reconstruction, y'all, to help free African Americans, which we was not free, come on, during Reconstruction. It focused on providing relief and services, not on establishing autonomous Moorish states. See, that although it supported land ownership for African Americans, widespread land redistribution to freedmen failed. Most Confederate land that was taken was given back to his original owner. The concept of an exotic map and the presence of Moors in the states across America during Reconstruction may come from historical misunderstanding or theories that lack historical evidence. So that map is a fraud, y'all. It don't even go with history. Okay? It don't even go with history, but we got it. It's out there because the Moors put it out there, okay? Did the Continental, he said that, the Continental Congress created the Moors was a Continental Congress. Wait a minute. The Continental Congress created and ran by the Moors. And what does the peace and friendship mean? These are results. No. No. The Continental Congress was not created and run by Moors. Period, y'all. Just stop lying. I done heard this lie so many times about the Continental Congress and the Moors. Have you? The Continental Congress was a legislative body composed of delegates from the 13 colonies during the American Revolution. Its members were primary individuals from European background who sought to govern the colonies and ultimately declare independence from Great Britain. Regarding the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, let's go there, and its connection to Moors and indigeneity. The Treaty of Marrakech, signed in 1786, was a diplomatic and commercial agreement between the U.S., the United States, and Morocco. Y'all, let's get this treaty together in our minds so we don't be tricked no more with this, okay? It was the first treaty the U.S. signed with an African and Muslim nation, establishing a long-standing friendly relationship. A belief held by some associated with the sovereign citizen movement is that Moors were Americans' original inhabitants and are therefore entitled to self-governance. They claim descent from Moroccan Moors and believe the 1786 treaty provides them with exemption from U.S. law. But you see that right there, y'all? I see two things right here. I see where it says that the sovereign citizen movement, that was Noble Drew Ali them, was claiming the land that they originally inhabited, but they from over there. But they originally inhabited this land that we was already on. It don't make no sense, right? This is why the confusion right here. Because they was African slaves that had done came through South Carolina, Barbados, Caribbean slave trade and got caught up down there over there in Carolina. That's where the Sundry Moors had come in at. That's where the Negro Act come in at, because they weren't in the same people, remember? They had nothing to do with the indigenous people. They lumped us into that shit. I'm sorry to say it like that, but that just made me mad to think about it, y'all. I hope y'all see what I'm bringing. That's how they lumped us into that on that Sundry Act, the Negro Act. And that's why they keep wanting us to be Moors. That's why they keep wanting us to be Negroes. But we are none of that. But that's why, I'm going to show y'all in a minute, that particular clause right there, that Sundry, that right there stands in law for us too. Because if it proved for them that they was originally inhabitants of any land prior to the colonization, so does it prove for us. You see what I'm saying? So does it prove for us. And I'm going to show it to you in a minute. They claim descendants from Moroccan Moors and believe the 1786 treaty provides them with exemption from U.S. laws. It is important to note that the belief is not historically accurate and is not supported by the contents of the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, 1786. The treaty primarily focused on establishing diplomatic and trade relations between the U.S. and Morocco, not granting indigenous status or exemption from laws to people identified as Moors within the United States. Did y'all get that? Well, I think there's one more right here. Let me see. Tell me how Mobile and Moab is the same. Yeah, that was another lie I caught yesterday. Mobile, Alabama. Alabama. Yeah, okay. Tell me how Mobile and Moab is the same. Shift toward tourism. Let me see where I'm on. Let me see. I'm gonna go to the end summary. Let me see. No, okay, let me go back up because I'm trying to figure out how I started this craziness. Okay, it said based on the information provided, Mobile, Alabama, and Moab, Utah, that's what it picked up, right? Are primary different, but they share a few similar, most likely in their evolution from resource-based economies to tourism destination. Okay. So we know why they say Moab is, Moab is supposed to be the Moors, right? And they came from supposedly Lot and his daughter's ancestral relationship. So these people who we look at, who call themselves and did everything to the world, are ancestral realm. They need to wear that jacket. They need to put it on every time they come in our face. They need to let us know their character and their nature. They need to be real about who they really are, right? The Moabites. And then the last thing I'm gonna go on is about the fact about the canoes. You went to talking about wait a minute, y'all say y'all make canoes, but we roll boats. Okay. Tell me about the boats the indigenous American built and how we traveled the world. Watch this. Indigenous people across America developed various types of boats and refined boat making skills for travel, trade, and resource acquisition. Don't sound like no slouch to me, y'all, huh? Dugout canoes, these were the most common and widespread type, made by the hollowing out large logs, often using the fire and tools. No, we over here primitive. Some were simple, while others, like those built by the Northwest Coast tribes, were intrinsically carved and shaped for speed, some reaching length of about 100 feet and capable of carrying 60 or more people for ocean travel. Stop playing with us. Bank canoes. These lightweight canoes common in the Northeast and Great Lakes region were constructed by stretching bark, typically birch, over a wooden frame and sealing seams with spruce gum. They were ideal for inland waterways and easily portage. Plank canoes, look. Bull boats, look. Kayaks, balsa rafts. South American coasters, look, built rafts from balsa wood. See, look, we didn't do nothing though to hear these lying Moors talk. How they traveled the world, y'all. Talking about our ancestors. Coastal voyages. Many groups navigated rivers, lakes, and coastal waters, using their boats for fishing, trade, and transport. What? Ocean travel. Certain indigenous groups, such as the Chumash, the Makah, whaling canoes, oh yeah, they're whaling, and some Caribbean tribes built sturdy boats capable of open ocean travel for activities like whaling, trade, and raiding. They did raiding too. This was business. Trans-Pacific exploration. While subject to debate, some evidence, including genetic findings and who's this? Thor? I don't know what that is. Expedition. That's an expedition, y'all. Y'all see that? Or Thor, somebody expedition, suggests the possibility of limited pre-Columbian voyages between South American and the Polynesian. Wow, y'all. In conclusion, indigenous Americans developed a diverse range of boats and impressive boat making skills, utilizing available natural materials to navigate rivers, lakes, coasts, and even the open ocean, playing a crucial role in their economies, trade network, and cultural traditions, y'all. Cultural traditions, y'all. Let's see what y'all at over here. What y'all at in the chat? Hey, Rev 636, great continuation. Thank you so much, love. I'm glad that you getting it. Oh, Sister Sharon up in here. Hey, y'all. Great. I'm so great y'all responded to me. Alexis B. Hey, sweetie. X. Okay, y'all. Y'all up in here. That's what's up. So, y'all, they over there cutting up, y'all. Y'all know they over there cutting up. Y'all want to go? Y'all want to go? But I just had to come and put this out because I want us to be aware of the fact that we don't have to be running scared, y'all. We don't have to be running scared. Let me grab something I put in here. I'm going to read this and then I'm going to get out and let y'all go. I want to go see. Look, y'all don't even know. What I do with my paper? Y'all don't even know. I have to, I check out. I've been around here a long time. So I stay checking out things because I have to know who everybody is. Because I'm Mama Chief, right? And so when I get to doing what got to be really, really done, I'm going to know who all the clowns is. And I'm going to know who all the real people is. You know, those that stay real with me, I'm going to be real with them. But all this clown stuff, babies. Woo! Shout out to my Bush babies. I love y'all too. Look, but yesterday, when I heard all the confusion going on, especially about the what you call that thing, about what Trump was doing and stuff, right? And hey y'all, how y'all doing? Great continuation. It's good to see y'all. Look, so when I saw what was going on with everybody and everybody was tripping and everybody looked like they didn't know what was going on, and like I said, when you got your records and you know who you is and you got your people, we don't have to be worried, y'all. We just need to be prepared. Status correction, making sure they know that you're not an African American, making sure they know that you're not Black. You know what I'm saying? These things matters, okay? I came on camera because y'all know I don't come on camera. Came on the camera, y'all know I'm animated too. And I came on the camera because I want you to know I'm real here. And I'm with y'all. And when I tell you something, I'm telling you just from what I know, basically, because I don't know nothing about everything. So last night before I went to bed, it was 3:30 before I went to bed last night. And I did this scroll. Okay? Now I want to share it with y'all. Take what you can take, make your own. Make it yours, make it about you. This is my 17th scroll. Lawful standing of the living woman. Declared by Mama Chief Powhatan. My living woman name, a.k.a. Warrior Talisha Noyamina. All three of my names is in there, huh? Yes, indeed. This is how you do your work. How I do my work. I am the living birthright. I am the record. I am the seal. Okay? Preserved on the sacred scroll, tradition. This declaration affirms the ancestral standing, jurisdictional authority, and lawful lineage of the living woman known as Mama Chief Powhatan, and my legal name, not legal name, my living woman name, not legal name. Legal name is the difference. I'm sorry. AKA Warrior Talisha Noyamina. This is not a petition. It is proof. This is not a narrative. It is a record. It is recorded truth. Let all who encounter these pages know that what follows is sealed in blood, breath, and ink. The body of my scroll says, Declaration of Ancestral Continuous and Lawful Standing, as declared by the living woman known by the inheritance and right as Mama Chief Powhatan, all my name. Number 1, seed root of sovereignty. From the year 1424 until the generation, I am the 22nd link in an unbroken ancestral chain, rooted in the land now called Georgia. My people were not enslaved. We were not cargo nor chattel. We were and remain the seed bearers, the keepers, the earth-born stewards of this place. This scroll affirms my jurisdictional continuity, not by permission, but by inheritance. Number 2, notice to non-consent. Having issued formal notice to the administrative entity styled as the state of Georgia and its parent bodies, I stand in full lawful authority as a living woman. I am not a participant in or subject to the corporate governance structures, nor contract or jurisdiction exists over my body, mind, or its state, without express living consent. If I don't give a consent, they don't have it. And I give no consent. I give none, okay? Number 3, distinction between fiction and living. The name appearing in the state and federal registries is a legal fiction. It is not me. I have confirmed via Freedom of Information reports that my living woman designation does not appear in their system. I am the heir, not the assumed corporate entity. 4, public record entry of standing. On March the 11th, 2022, a Uniform Commercial Code financing statement number was recorded in the jurisdiction known as Georgia. UCC 1 federal filing statement number declaring secured interest and lawful claim over the corporation construct bearing my legal name. This record publicly affirms my position as secured party, fully separate from any fictitious attachment. No use or assumption of my name, likeness, or its state is authorized without express, written, living consent. Okay? My UCC summary is here on the state and the federal level. Number 5, treaty precedent and lawful distinction. This scroll invokes recognition under the Treaty of the Peace and Friendship. Y'all see, watch how I use this in here. Between the Moroccan and the United States, and acknowledges the 1790 Moorish Sundry Act. These documents confirm that sovereign people predate and exist outside reclassification. Right. My family was never enslaved, remains misclassified only by convenience, not fact. Our distinction stands as I, the living woman, has corrected all status by declarations and affidavits. Number 6, of lawful legacy and living birthright. I do not inherit citizenship from a clause. I inherit jurisdiction from my bloodline. My birthright is not granted, it is remembered. My lawful legacy is not a request, it is a record. The U.S. Constitution and its 14th Amendment postdates my family standing. We are not absorbed by fiction, we stand by truth. Get off of me. Let me go. What? Number 7, language of the ancestors. Yeah, they want to know what language I speak? Really? This language I speak, though renamed by colonizers, is mine by inheritance. The cursive stroke, the writing, yeah, right. The seal-bearing script, the cadence of law and land, all belong to my people. My ancestors wrote in the tongue, now called English, because they authored their claims in it. This is not the conqueror's language in my mouth. It is the ancestral ink still drying across centuries. I speak what we spoke. I read what they erased. I hold the deeds to our voice. Number 8, living affirmation. Let this be sealed with breath, ink, and will. No further permission is sought. No higher authority is acknowledged. This scroll stands as lawful affirmation, ancestral continuation, and living jurisdiction. Okay? Ceremony. I got my ceremonial mark, which my word, great continuation to the lineage for the next 7 generations. From my great-grandmother to me spans 7 generations. From me to my 6 great-grandchildren marks the next 7 generations. And I have strived with all my being to recover records, land, and estate of all my ancestors. They died for this. I live for it. Okay? I move in pain, y'all, but I move. Hey? Still doing it. I am the bridge. I am the fire. I am the inheritance that they bled to preserve. And I'm still here. I'm still here, y'all. Declared, sealed, and affirmed before land and lineage, this scroll carries the weight of 22 generations. Let no office, no agency, no pen presume authority over what was never ceded. Never ceded. The woman lives, the record stands, the silence is broken. Hey, y'all, speak your truth, speak your life. Make sure you put your life in black and white, just like they done did. Make your story. Please don't leave it for nobody else to tell a lie about you. And I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. What's up? Shout out to y'all. I'm getting off the camera. Shout out to y'all. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna let y'all go. We're gonna go and it's been almost 2 hours, and that's a good bill, y'all. I hope y'all got something out of it. Go study, make sure that you know that you don't have to be a citizen of this United States corporation. That's what you don't want to be. That's what you don't want to be. So go study to show yourself approved. Women that need not to be ashamed, to rightly divide the word of truth. Let's get it, y'all. Shout out to y'all. Let me shout y'all out though before I go. Hold on. Let me shout y'all out. Who came up here? Ralph 636, Sharon, Elkamon and Papa, Chief Ozzy Live and Learn, and Lexus B, X Frank Nitty. What's up, y'all? Shaq Whaler came in with me. Live and Learn. Tahanga. Hey, y'all, appreciate y'all coming up here. For sure I do. For sure I do. Rayland. Royal Land, I'm sorry. Tahanga, who else? Y'all made it. Y'all made my day. I appreciate y'all for coming over. It took me a couple of hours off of where I was. And my goddess, Pachamama. But no, she was in here last night. I don't know what she did. I didn't see her today. But anyway, y'all, peace and love to y'all. Y'all have a wonderful evening. I'll see y'all next time.